Welcome once again, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Thank you guys for stopping by today's episode because I'm excited. Okay, yes, now the first ever raid weekend ended and it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I definitely had a lot of attacks to do. In fact, I think I ended up doing somewhere around 78 attacks this weekend, and I have more to do next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed, notified, all that good stuff. My main clan, use code Galadon, was Capital Hall 3 this past weekend, and we hope to be Capital Hall 4 by next weekend. We have to wait and see how it goes. Can I afford to maybe gem a little bit more? Do you guys want me to? Well, you know what to do. Use code Galadon, and of course, half of the money I get that doesn't cost you anything for putting my name in before you make a purchase in the shop goes to charity. But the other half right now is going to gemming packages and all that good stuff. So maybe, just maybe, I can get a little bit more done. Obviously, it is expensive, as you have all no doubt noticed. It is crazy, and again, not designed to be gemmed by one person. Okay, so here we go. We're finishing out annihilating this capital peak of Legion's Curse. And yes, we did face a lot of clans this past weekend, but what I found most exciting was not our attacks, but our defenses. Now, remember, defense counts for very little when it comes down to rewards. Only around 5 to maybe 20% of your total reward is going to be because of defenses. So mostly always focus on offense. And I did see a few clan names that were familiar when I went through the clans that we attacked. But also remember, the clans that you defend from are different than those that you're attacking. And this was probably the most exciting part about it. When I went through the defense log and just trying to see maybe how many attacks it took for each clan to destroy us, did you happen to notice there was one clan that excelled above all others, got us in only 9 attacks? And yes, it was Tribe Gaming. Of all things, Tribe actually came through and destroyed use code Galadon, which definitely seems like that shouldn't be fair, but okay, fine. It did, it happened, and we are, of course, going to take a look at exactly how they did it in this, what is going to end up being kind of a tutorial of how to attack efficiently in your capital raids. Eve Maxi going in here, and it only took him 2 attacks to destroy our Balloon Lagoon. And okay, first things first, let me tell you, the attacks do not look that much different than what most of us did, right? You know, you got your giants, you've got your battle rams, you've got your barbarians, maybe some super wizards, and a heal spell. But it comes down to STAP, spell timing and placement, and TTAP, troop timing and placement. Okay, these guys are just, you know, they're slightly head and shoulders above everybody else, other than other professional clans, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But yes, they did well, they annihilated us, and we learned a few lessons. First of all, well, perhaps maybe we should redesign the bases a little more efficiently than we have. And secondly, using a little bit of care and pre-planning, also working with your teammates, and we'll see that in just a moment, meaning make sure that you place those heal spells where the next attacker is going to use them as well, if at all possible. We'll see that when it comes time for Tribe to destroy our capital peak. But yeah, okay, so Eve Maxi, here he comes. Watch the bottom left of the screen. Watch the super loons roll in and wipe out the spear thrower, and then move on to, yes, unfortunately, 2 defenses that were not protected. So that's a good thought right there. Let's do some movement around of these other defenses, and that is always a key on offense to take advantage of, to exploit weaknesses in opponents' defensive layouts, especially where it comes to air versus ground targeting. So nice, fine, Eve Maxi. Yeah, you annihilated us. Okay, so let's move on and check out Wizard Valley, which also got annihilated in 2 attacks, and it was Eve Maxi and Exosys that did it this time. And yes, once again, we are a mostly default setup. Notice the walls, not around defenses, but around basically trash buildings. That's trash-based design, okay? I'll just tell you that right now. Obviously, our co-leaders need to do some base redesigning for next week. But remember, this was, of course, the first ever raid weekend, so mistakes were made on offense and on defense. But yes, okay, so Eve Maxi gonna annihilate us right here. Good use of the placement area, opening up, waiting, dropping in, making sure the giants stay ahead of the other units. That is always key. You can see that somehow it seems like his super wizards are programmed to stay behind, and the super giants go out and target the defenses, which we know they normally do anyway. But Tribe just makes it look like They know what they're doing a little bit better than everybody else. Okay, fine. They do. That's fine. They do know what they're doing a little bit better than almost the rest of us. And there is 57% on the first attack. Good gold rewards for these guys as well, too. So I'm a little bit jealous about that. But now it is going to be Exorcist's turn. He is going to roll in. And once again, using that staggered deployment and a good heal spell. Watch the masterful heal spell right there. This heal spell is going to come in clutch because what is going to happen is the left-hand side of your screen, you see the giants. They're going to go and be the last units alive. But yes, they're going to double back right here and roll through the heal spell once again, soaking it up all the way through until they are going to be now strong enough to, believe it or not, get through the rest of the village, which was kind of disappointing on our end. But sure enough, the giants wiping out all defenses. They do a good job of getting through walls as well. I know I talked about that before in another episode, that battle rams are great, but giants in a pinch will annihilate walls in just a couple of hits. And there it was, the final building, and RIP Wizard Valley. Good job, you guys. Fine. Proud of you. So proud. But no, actually, okay, let's move on to Barbarian Camp. And, well, what do you know? It only took 2 attacks here as well. And also, notice that the attacks are all relatively close to 50-50. So, again, more tips for the newer, lower-level Capital Hall players. Hey, let's not use our default base layouts. Supercell maybe does not have our best interests in mind. And, yeah, it's just not going to be optimum performance for any of these base layouts. And unfortunately, at this point in time, I can't really provide you guys with a good base layout, although I would suggest, as usual, if you want one, pop on over to Itsu's English channel, ITZU. Check him out on YouTube. I know he is putting up some good defenses, and yes, there's no way to link it or copy paste it right now, so you're going to have to do it manually. But hey, if you've got some co-leaders in your clan that are dedicated enough, I'm sure they're happy to take some screenshots and copy it for your whole clan to benefit from. But again, remember, don't worry about it too much because defensive rewards are really, really small. Even Itsu's clan, I wasn't that impressed with the amount of defensive rewards. And if you're wondering how those get calculated, this is really interesting because obviously the clans get attacked many times, sometimes dozens of times. It is only calculated from your best performing defense against one clan. So the worst performing attacking clan determines your defensive raid rewards, and it is 1 raid medal for each housing space eliminated while defending. That total gets added up and then split amongst all of your clan members. So, yeah, okay, I'll just tell you right now, I feel like the rewards overall are not high enough. I think they definitely need some work, but in another video, I'm going to talk about all of those broken down for different Capital Hall levels for different rewards. So watch for my next YouTube video coming out the day after tomorrow, I believe, and we will get into specific rewards. And yes, I will say right now, as I will in that video, that the reward system needs balancing. And the good news is, I think that the Clash team is aware of this. They may make changes in the future, and I'm hoping the rewards will become better because right now, even the stuff you can purchase with the rewards is not all that exciting. It doesn't help as much as I was hoping it would. You know, you can't pick up any books or runes. So let's make the rewards bigger at least. And I think that's going to help players maybe want to play over here because let's admit it that it could become a problem if there's not enough rewards that gets players to want to participate. Okay, so here goes my Capital Hall, which, yes, Miracle of Miracles took 3 attacks. Imagine that. Now, of course, the Capital Hall building itself is just so strong that it is difficult to wipe it out. And I thought that we did an okay job with redesigning our defense for our Capital Peak. So yes, I was pretty proud of our performance, even though Tribe annihilated us in only 4 attacks. And yes, our defensive rewards were meager, to say the best. Just, no. The rewards need to increase, and I will continue to campaign for that. Trust me, I have shared that opinion elsewhere as well. Okay, so you can see the raid weekend ended. We were attacked 32 times, and that is why, luckily, it's only the worst attackers. You don't need to worry about how many times you were attacked and think how unfair it is because you were attacked more times than you got to attack, or think that maybe you're bad attackers or bad defenders. That is not the case. Just look at the rewards, and that determines how your clan performed on defense. Thank you, Yellow Fam, for sticking around, for watching all the way to the end of today's episode. You know that I do love thinking about it, and I appreciate every single one of you every single day, so get out there. Make the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet, and I will see you all back here again tomorrow or the day after tomorrow with more Full Attacks. Galadon, the day after tomorrow, are you on vacation again without me? That's not right.